Welcome to the box office, guys. New year, new us, new year, new outline, new setup for our show. So, first and foremost, welcome to 2021. We have hopefully the first of many shows, first of many bets, and the first of many fights that we got going on. First up is Angelo versus Stephen Fulton in an interesting fight that should show us a contrast of styles. So, with that being said, welcome. Please follow the box office. Socials are down right underneath my camera. The box office on YouTube, Twitch, and then follow me on Instagram so you guys can help me pick up topics for our show. First things first, before we get started, and this is for the comment section. Do you guys think Ryan Garcia is ready for a Tank Davis fight? Ryan Garcia just fought Luke Campbell, got dropped, then he came back up, won by knockout. So, is he ready? Answer is yes. That's the fight we want. Next fight, he's ready. Or no, he needs some time. He needs to develop himself a little bit more, and then we can look at that fight. But for now, that's for the comments. Let's go ahead and talk boxing in the comments. But Angelo versus Stephen Fulton. Alright, so let's take a look at this, and then I'll explain a little bit more of the fighters on our next screen. So let's take it away. So, Angelo is a 20-0, 9 KO fighter. He is a Money Mayweather, if I'm not mistaken, promoted fighter. He is coming off an upset victory over Tremaine Williams, where he was supposed to fight Fulton, but the fight was a late replacement. He was still matched up tough, expected to lose, and he pulled off a tough fight, a tough win. Really showed grit, and he, got the win. Now, springboard till the 24th, he is fighting Stephen Fulton, who was a decorated amateur, had a good amateur career, fought some good fighters. He is 18-0, 8 KOs, and he's really looking to build on the hype that he had early on in his career. So it should be a good contrast of styles. He fought on January 25th, and he had a tough time against an Arnold, but then he fought a tough come-forward fighter in Isaac Avelar, and he was able to win by knockout. Okay, so keys of victory. Angelo is up. Now this is definitely a contrast of styles, but here are the keys of victory. For Angelo, my man, you gotta attack. You gotta come forward. That's what you're good at. You're good at coming forward. You're good at mixing it up, body head, and you're very good at being relentless. Okay, so we're gonna have to see you be relentless in this fight, because we know you can bang. We know you can throw down in the center of the ring, and we know that you're very good at pushing people back. Okay, what you don't want to do, and this is another key, is you don't want to wait. Okay, you have your distance, which is going to be inside, and then you have his distance, which is going to be right where the jab can land. All right, kind of that mid-range distance. You want to be either on the inside or far away from him as you can be, which is going to present yourself with another question you have to ask yourself: how will you come in? Which falls back to how are you going to attack? When you come in, don't just try to cut the ring off without moving your head, without setting it up with the jab. You want to come in, you want to come forward and cut the distance with a jab and with head movement. You want to cut the distance with a punch, because if you come in a straight line trying to cut the distance, my man, he's gonna start timing you with that jab, with that hook, with the right hand, and you just want to be precise with your movements. Okay, so attack. 2, don't wait for this guy. You wait, you're gonna give him a chance to think. He is a boxer, so he will outbox you. Okay, you also want to build up a lead in the early rounds, just in case there's a turn in the fight. If you start breaking him down, if it becomes a war of attrition, which is our third point, you want to be able to break him down, and you don't want to really leave it up to the judges, especially if you want to make a statement win, a statement victory, which would catapult you even more into stardom, just knocking down these undefeated fighters, giving them their first L. All right, so attack. Don't wait and war of attrition. My personal tip to you is, when coming in and attacking, when trying to cut the ring off, don't just stand there and walk in with with your head in a straight line. Move your head, come in, Use your footwork to get in and out if you have to, and come in with a punch, whether it's a jab to the head, to the body, if it's a little hook coming in while you cut the distance off. Don't just come straight forward. Give them something to think about when you're coming in, so then that you can get in your spots and really work. Those are your keys to victory, Angelo. We're going to move on to the next fighter. Now for Fulton. Fulton was very decorated as an amateur, to the point where he fought the likes of Israel Mercado, who fought in the top rank bubble. He also fought Ruben Villa, who had a decorated amateur career, and he had a fight with Hector Tanajara, who is an undefeated Golden Boy promoted fighter. The only one that he got that victory on was against Tanajara, which is a highly regarded fighter, so which is really good for him. Could have been just styles. He could have been more for the pro game style instead of amateur. Regardless, he has more amateur experience. So with that being said, he is a boxer, so he has to be precise. You gotta counter the guy. He's coming forward. We know he wants to attack, whether he throws a jab, left hook, right hook, uppercut, whatever it is, be ready to counter. All right. Every time he throws a punch, if you don't make him think, he's gonna be on you. Okay? Now, in fighters, they're there to get hit. Let's be real. So, number 2, don't fall in love with fighting in. Just because you can hit the guy on the inside doesn't mean you should be on the inside. That's where he wants to fight. You want to fight at your distance. You want to fight at your pace. And it's very important, because that's what's going to determine, especially when in the eyes of the judges, who's dictating the pace of the fight. He can come forward all he wants, but if it's the fight and punches are being thrown at your pace, you're dictating the fight, and you're going to be winning those rounds. And that's what's important, because you do need to build up those rounds if he does try to press late and make a late rally to steal the fight. Now, another thing, don't look for that bomb. Again, don't fall in love with fighting in. Just because you can hit the guy doesn't mean you should fight at their pace. But also, don't look for that one punch that's going to get the guy out of there. Yeah, if it happens, it happens. If you see it on tape, set it up. Okay? But if we're just looking for, let's say, right hook to the body or a left hook to the body that you've seen him on tape throw, all right, and you're just waiting for that punch so you can catch and shoot, and that punch never comes, he can be racking up rounds, okay? Last thing you want to do is fall behind in the scorecards and have to counter your way to a victory. All right. Make sure everything you do is precise. You precisely counter, use that jab, use that head movement, fight at your distance. Now, my pro tip for you, or my tip for you, is going to be, don't go straight back when being pressed. Okay, I've seen it done before in some of your fights. You go straight back. It's okay if you're going to get some distance or if you're going to come back with something, but always angle out. And what that does is it keeps the fighter, the attacker, off balance. You do that, you're going to have a lot more space between you and the fighter, and then you can go back to working your jab, winning those rounds, racking up points, and potentially winning by, if you start landing more and more, if you make them pay every time you counter, by KO or decision. All depends on who executes to the best, and we'll see the winner here. Now, we're back. One thing that I want to go over is the odds. Leo by KO is at a plus $750, meaning you bet $100, you get $750 back. That's as of right now. Lines change all the time, day by day, hour by hour, depending on who's betting what. But that's what the odds are right now. So Leo by KO has the most value, other than, of course, a draw. Fulton by KO is at a plus 400, meaning you bet, I think Fulton is going to knock this kid out. You bet 100, you'll get 400 back. You walk out of Vegas with $500. Leo by decision, plus 175, meaning you pay 100, you get 175 back. You'll walk out with 275. Fulton by decision, plus 125. That's what Vegas thinks is going to happen, because it's still a plus, but it's the smallest margin of victory. Now, the money line means straight up Leo by 125. Doesn't matter if he wins by knockout, decision, split decision, a win, plus 125. Fulton minus 155, and that's as of right now. Bovada had it at minus 150 before. Lines are moving little by little. But Fulton minus 155, meaning doesn't matter if he wins by knockout, decision. You bet 155, you'll get 100 back, and that's what the minus means. Now, for my personal bet, I do this thing where I feel like Fulton should win the fight. He should be able to outbox a very, very game and talented Leo. Don't underestimate just because Fulton is the favorite that Leo won't win. Leo, in every right, is just as talented as him. The thing with Steph is that because he has that amateur career, he was highly regarded as someone to potentially be a champion. Now we're going to see if he's going to live up to expectations. Personally, I think he'll win this fight, but here's the but. There's just too much value for me to let a plus 750 go to waste. So for plus 750, I'll bet, let's say I bet 100. Let's say I bet $10. So what I'll do is I'll bet the money line on Fulton to win $20. Then I'll bet Leo for that same amount and try to cover my losses. If Fulton wins, it's a scratch. If Leo wins by knockout, I win big. If anything else happens, as in Leo by decision or draw, I lose. That's just how I like to go about it because I like to have fun. I like to, keep my options open. I try to do this in the least biased way, and to me, this is one of the best ways to make things interesting without saying, "Oh, I really love the boxer. I'm gonna boxers over everything," or "Hey, I really like the come forward fighter, Mexican style. More punches equals he's gonna win." No, I try to be unbiased, and I try to make picks that make sense. This fight's ultimately going to come down to who executes. Whoever executes is going to get that win. Fulton in every right should have an easy time fighting from a distance, whether, if he can just correct not going backwards when he's being flurried on, he should be able to create that distance and outbox Leo. But Leo is very game and he's very, very tricky. He knows how to mix up his punches, and he's a good boxer too. He's very, very just because he's a volume puncher doesn't mean he can't box and kind of move his head around and then, cut the distance. Interesting fight. I'm taking my two picks are Fulton by decision. Fulton money line, and then Leo by KO, just to try to win a little bit more if it does happen, cover my losses. Honestly, it's a game within a game what we're playing. It's like you're playing roulette. You can bet on red, you can bet on odd, you can bet on the first 15 numbers. That's what I'm doing. So once again, those are my picks. Should be a really good fight. Very, very interesting fight. Contrasting styles. And that's it here at the box office. Remember to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch. I will be doing live polls, more interactive stuff. It does allow me to be more personal with everyone. So please, I'll be sending out the schedule on Twitch. It lets me create polls, lets me talk to you guys directly, live stream a little bit more, and then we'll transition that over to YouTube. All right, guys, once again, this is the box office. Take care. Answer the question, do you guys think Ryan Garcia is ready for Tank Davis? And we'll see you next time. Take care, guys.